So Klay Thompson has finally broken his silence with the Megan Thee Stallion breakup. And let me just say, this piece that looks like it was commissioned by Klay and his team is sad. One, he called Meg ghetto. Two, he wish he never, ever met her at all. Three, he's horribly attracted to white women. Take your eater purple eater looking self out of here. Listen, Klay Thompson has to be the court. Let me, what, you know what? You guys need a good visual. All right, let me give y'all a good visual. This is the man that is trying to clown Megan. I'm going to read the article. You are going to be taken aback. I'll say one thing: those evil biracial white mom men, he ain't beating those raps. This man literally is going in on Megan in a new article from the Daily Mail that looks like it was commissioned from his team. On top of that, why is it happening right now? Probably because Megan is about to come out and clown the dog mess out of Klay. So listen to what this man had to say. This man, I'm hardly attracted to white women. Boy, you cannot afford to mix your no, I'm not gonna say it. You cannot afford to mix your bloodline with a Roman nose. I'm sorry, you're already at -20. You can't afford a Roman nose to mix in with those genes. You just can't. Anyway, let's keep going because it does not matter. So where are we at? Okay, so here's the article, which is, it's crazy. But this also lets you know, remember Megan said that Klay used to treat her so bad and talk to her so bad. I now believe I already believed everything she said, but I think now we got proof. Listen to this. Inside Meg Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson's relationship, his alleged slurs about her, claims of paranoia, and why they really split. So this is do y'all like this thing or y'all want hold on really quick. Let's get back into Gonzo, the human equivalent of Gonzo. Okay. So, and everybody's saying this was commissioned by Klay's team. The last time Klay commissioned something, I think Stephen A. Miller came out and said that Megan wasn't a good woman because she said she got cheated on. And if she was really a good woman, she would have took her humiliation and peace and protected the ego of the man. Okay, gotcha. Let's get into Klay and the way he has lost his mind. Okay. Cheater. That's what the fuming Megan Thee Stallion branded Klay Thompson after she shockingly revealed on social media that they had called it cheats. Now, Klay is actually a serial cheater, but whatever. They said Megan alleged via Instagram stories in April that Klay was unfaithful to her and added, holding you down through all your horrible mood swings and treatment towards me during your basketball season. Now you don't know if we can be monogamous. B, I need a real break from this one after this, y'all. Bye. Now get this. Sources close to Klay Thompson have exclusively revealed the offensive comments the NBA star allegedly made behind Megan's back, prompting questions about his true intentions with Megan. Now let me just say this. Already from the bat, this is a bitch ass move. You were publicly dating a woman, buying her Maybachs, buying houses, doing all this stuff, and you was talking trash about her to your friends. Again, I think it makes him look weak. It makes him look like the weakest link, but I digress. Let's continue. He was over her and didn't want to be with her. I think he wanted to break up with her for a while, but just didn't know what to do. So a grown man with millions and a grown man who's 40 didn't know how to break up with someone and was over her. So he did the only thing somebody bitch born, bitch made could do, which was cheat. A second source, however, adamantly disputed the claim that Klay ever attempted to end the relationship, insisting Klay never once tried to break up with Megan. I believe that. Because if he did, here's the one thing I do want to say. There's more to the article. It gets worse. Here's the one thing I do want to say. If Klay had tried to break up with Megan, I think they'd be broken up. Megan, as soon as she found out, she moved over post haste. Remember how she said, y'all treat these niggas like last meals? I treat them like charcuterie. Like, do you see what I'm saying? It just doesn't seem like she would hang around and put up with it. And Megan is not known to spin the block either, you know? Anyway, let's keep going. This fool, ugh, look at this fool. And let me tell y'all, I know some people on their knees like, oh, he got money, he got money. Dating somebody that's also a millionaire means nothing when your lifestyle won't change with or without them. Megan's still on boats. She's still famous. Like, I get it. People want to be like, oh, who wouldn't want Klay? And I think it's the men that want to be with Klay. But I will say, as a woman, if somebody can elevate your lifestyle, yeah, that is a plus. Not enough to stay through abuse, but it's a plus. But if you can leave a man and your lifestyle won't change, yeah, he might have 40 million, but you don't got access to that 40 million. As long as you got money in your bank account, it's all good. I don't understand. Like, it's like somebody having a nice house and letting you live there, but you got your own house. That nice house only is an appeal if you don't have y'all get what I'm saying. Anyway, they said the reality is Megan ended the relationship after she discovered that Klay had been cheating on her. Mm. Now, get this. The first source say they were made aware of Klay trying to contact past flings before he and Megan officially split, but they were unable to confirm whether the NBA star ever cheated. Now, the first source is Klay's source, saying, okay, fine, there are text messages, but we don't know that man cheated. Boy, spoken like a true cheater. They said the relationship was seemingly doomed from the start, according to our first source. According to Klay's source, who described Klay and Megan as two very different people, with the athlete allegedly making that known to those close to him. Again, he sounds like a bitch. Why don't you, if you ain't like her, why don't you leave? They said Klay has talked badly about Megan behind her back, including secretly expressing disdain for how loud she could be. Who was making him be with her? You picked this woman. You chose this woman. Now you literally calling her loud? He was like, oh, she's just so ghetto. I'm almost over the ghetto-ness. The way she speaks, the way she acts. I mean, listen, do I think Megan's ghetto? No. But just like I think Klay is corny with an ugly ass nose that looks like it will be a generational curse for at least 4 generations above, I think to each their own. Klay is corny. Klay is that kid that wants to be down and wants to go play in the hood on the weekends, but you don't really want to. Klay is that person that even though he has money, he has low racial self-esteem. They admit this in this article. That's how I know this. Klay is and he's ugly. And honestly, for a man to have money, that's great. But when you got your own money, okay. Right? Okay. Anyway, she was so ghetto. I'm over the ghetto-ness. What is more ghetto than cheating? What is more ghetto than leading someone on? What is it? You're mad that she's from Houston and talks like she's Houston? And let me just say this, because this has always gotten on my nerve with American men. There are so many men that when they want to put down a black woman, the first thing they will say is she ghetto, she ghetto. But you know what the funny thing is? Megan needs to leave the US and just find like a rich European or a rich person from Brazil or something. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Why does she have to be rich and Megan got her own money? Well, right? Because there's a lot of insecure men that can't handle you making more than them. So Megan needs to be with someone that's not intimidated by her money. It's a real thing. I'm not here for the pick me's and the men. I'm here for the women. If you know, you know, right? But two, I really do think that because in America, when a black man or a half black man that identifies as biracial, because you know it's a different. You can be biracial, but the people that identify as biracial with the what you know what I'm talking about, right? Um, there's the Zendaya biracials, and then there's Klay Thompson. You know what I'm saying? Good job, Zendaya dad. So and mom. So anyway, right? Um, when you go overseas and there's not American racist components to acting, you're not ghetto. You're full of life. You're not too much. You make the room come alive. They love it. Why do you think they love Cardi B so much overseas? Again, now Cardi B had just stayed in that small little corner. They'd be doing and say, "Oh, she ghetto, she this, she that."